My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Taurus. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general reading of past, present, future 9-card spread. I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck, clarify with the vampire deck, draw a special vampire card, draw a vampire oracle, and then draw 3 yes or no answers for thee. So let's get started on your reading. Okay, the general card is the 5 of Cups. So let's look at the first row, which is also your past. You start off with Wheel of Fortune reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, and Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is one of your beautiful cards, my beloved Taurus. Okay, yeah, what I saw in your past is, there's kind of some, setbacks that I saw that took place because, it's like with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, you have no luck or any kind of fortune on your side. And, sometimes, these situations happen, and it's kind of like these setbacks in life that are like these valuable lessons that more or less teach us how incredibly resilient, determined, and strong we are in other ways. Because the thing is despite even having the Queen of Cups reversed, it's like, your intuition is kind of, gone for a moment, not saying it's forever and stuff like that. But I do see, that there's some kind of, a lack of clarity. I hope, nobody wasn't fired. I mean, that's not really what I'm getting here, unless it does resonate with you, of course. But I do see this very strong, determination with you. And the Page of Pentacles, it's like with any kind of page, like whether it's Page of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Wands, it's like going on this beautiful new journey. So what I actually see here is, it could also be, that you just went out as the fool and had a laissez-faire, moment where you just said, okay, let's try this 50-50 chance of saying, okay, we're just going to try something out, and here's us embarking on this new financial journey. And that could also be, contributing, to this past situation, of course. So, but I just think, that's, okay, sometimes these situations take place, but it's also just there to remind us, or even, ask ourselves to say, how bad do we really want this, financial offering or beginning? Well, we're just going to have to keep going. Yeah, okay. You start off actually with the Sun upright, but I'm not allowed to show the Sun upright. Then you get Judgment reversed. I'm not allowed to show that one either. And then you get the Star reversed. Okay. Well, the thing is, the Sun, you could have, Leo somewhere in your star chart. You could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could have Capricorn, Virgo somewhere in your star chart, or even more Taurus. But I mostly see here is, it's like the Sun is pretty much just saying, okay, there's also clarity. And maybe, it's like the transition from this new job opportunity of something. It could also be, that the Sun, everything is just a joyous occasion of some kind. But yeah, with the Judgment reverse, it's kind of like there is a bit of lack of clarity. It's kind of like there's no grand announcement. There's something, yeah, I'm just, sensing that you're kind of entering into this new field where you pretty much just think, well, there's lack of clarity. And especially with the Star, wish fulfillment, it's kind of, reversing, this was not something I really wanted at all. So the thing is, sometimes I just wonder if you were somehow pushed into this situation because, okay, it looks all sunny. It looks all, like this grand, moment. Of course, we're in springtime. It's not good for me. But, the thing is hopefully it'll benefit you guys in many ways. But I just see, it's like, okay, the sun is shining. There's, it's beautiful and stuff like that. But yet something is kind of causing you to lack faith and courage within yourself, even though this isn't really, like the King or Queen of Wands in any way. But I just feel like, that in current times, just think, well, I'm actually not so happy with my current situation. Well, the thing is, like, just with ebbs and flows in any way, maybe this is just only a temporary moment where you just, or maybe, it's like, with any kind of new start, that's kind of like getting into the routine of this new, situation in any way, where you just have to start something, and then at first you just think, oh goodness, it's like, I just don't think I'm meant to do this and stuff like that. And that is what could also cause, lack of confidence, clarity, judgments. And it's pretty much just thinking, well, this is really not the job or career I really wanted with the Star, with the Star and reverse card in any way. So, however, in the future, you do get 9 of Cups reversed. Is kind of like, in no fulfillment at all. But you get the Page of Cups, which is an interesting combination. And you get the 6 of Swords. Okay. I'm sensing that you want to actually change course, or maybe, it's like you're going to be adding a bit more of this idea kind of child situation, this kind of, in this daydream situation, and that's what also could be contributing to you actually not wanting to give up. So, yeah, what I see here is you're more or less telling your rational self to say, okay, we can't give up on this current situation right now, because the thing is even though, well, you may feel like that there's no kind of fulfillment in the future, here's, you actually telling you, and just actually, more or less in a very caring and nurturing manner, to say, if we just keep, we'll, yeah, if we keep, working towards this, situation, even though we feel like there's no kind of fulfillment and stuff like that, eventually something better is going to, will replace, or maybe we're going to be in a way better situation. And that's actually, the love and care that you should always give yourself. Is sometimes, it's like, okay, you go through moments where you think, okay, it's like I'm new to this new job or position, and I just think, oh my goodness, it's like I feel like, that there's no kind of, fulfillment in any way. But the thing is and this beautiful card, it's kind of an illusion, but it's also a bit of a daydreamy kind of idea child, to say, if we just keep at it and we just don't give up, like we're not going to do here, we're not going to give up, because, there's something way better out there, because as long as we maybe have to, put in a few hours in this career or something, even though we feel like it's worthless or something, eventually something way better is going to be around the corner. Okay, let's do some clarification. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, you feel like that there's no luck on your side, but you get the Magician. This is Virgo Gemini energy here. So the thing is, it's like what I like about this combination is, it's like even though you felt like you had no kind of luck or any kind of like fortune, you were still manifesting something. You were still creating something, and that's what I like to see. Is again, you can have more Virgo. I mean, it's not really more Virgo cards. So, but the thing is I just saw you actually creating something, even though you pretty much just think, well, why do I even bother? Maybe you had to, work, for free for a while. I don't think. I mean, that's not what I'm getting here per se, but I just feel like, that you just think, okay, when it rains it pours, but yet, that's not going to, stop you from wanting to create something different. And that's also what the Page of Cups is, also a daydreaming kind of child kind of situation, that you're in the process of creating as well. Queen of Cups reverse, you feel like that there's a lack of clarity and stuff like that, and you pretty much just feel, why do I even bother? You feel like there's no love, care, nurturing of some kind, but you get the Eight of Pentacles. And this is all about saying, okay, sometimes, you go through life where, you just think, okay, it's just, it seems all dreary, it just all, seems all just, really, bad and negative and stuff like that, but as long as you just keep going, this is what I love to see. And, sometimes, you're dealing with all kinds of negativity of thinking, why do I even bother and stuff like that? Because this is your intuition just helping you move forward to say, we need to keep going, and we're very hardworking and determined in our own way, because we want to start manifesting something. And that's what I like to see is, it's like, don't always settle, for everything, for anything less, or for everything that's handed your way and stuff like that. Because, the thing is I love the fact that, okay, is sometimes, you're put in a position, and hopefully it's just a temporary position, where it's just only like thinking, okay, maybe it's just a temporary job where you just think, oh goodness, it's like maybe cashier work, and you just think, I feel like, there's, no kind of, end to this situation, or maybe, you're dealing with a low paid, position that you think, oh goodness, I just feel like there's no motivation. I feel like with the Judgment reverse, especially with the Star reversed, it's like, this is really not what I wanted to do. But sometimes, you kind of have to go through such situations. And of course, hypocritical Gabriella, I never really had to deal with that, but I did have to deal with my own problems in life. So, everybody, gets dealt, portion of problems in their own way. But hopefully this is no problem at all, because I do see you actually wanting to have this beautiful idea child, this daydream in the future, this kind of vision. Page of Pentacles. Nine of Scepters. Okay, that's what I like to see. Resilience, resilience, resilience. Okay, you're heading down towards this beautiful new opportunity, or you were in the past. Even though you pretty much just thought, oh my goodness, I'm just so tired and exhausted beyond belief. But however, you just did not want to give up. And nor should you, because the sun is definitely shining in your favor in current times. Amazing. Now, wonderful to my wonderful Taurus, it's like, okay, we're in Aries season, and of course, well, this, the season after our season equals, yes, your beautiful season. But I love to see that you're just incredibly determined no matter what. Love it. Okay. With the sun shining for you, you get Nine of Skulls. So maybe, it's like, You know, the thing is okay, you know, I love the fact that you're just not giving up because, you know, well, you do get some kind of abundance or some kind of fulfillment with the Nine of Pentacles. And that's what I like to see because in the past you get the Eight of Pentacles and that's about putting time or, you know, it's about working, you know, towards something. And here you get to be basking in this beautiful valley of pentacles, flowers, whatever, what have you. And that's what I like to see is, you know, it's like sometimes you just have to keep going even though you just think, oh my goodness, you know, it's like a lot of humans, they do not like Mondays, okay? You know, it's like, I understand that. I mean, a lot of humans love Fridays over Mondays, right? And this is, you know, well, of course, you know, the Monday, you know, where you just think, oh goodness, I still have a whole week of work to do. But the thing is this is you just saying, you know what? It's actually not as bad as it seems. Love it. So despite having a lack of clarity and you feel like, you know, your judgment is off, you get Nine of Grail. So the thing is, you know, sometimes, you know, it's like, yeah, what I'm kind of getting here is just don't overthink. You know, don't put too much time and energy of thinking, oh my goodness, it's Monday. That means I still have another 4 more days, or maybe I have to do overtime and stuff like that. The thing is sometimes, you know, it's like, you know, with lack of clarity, you just have to kind of let, you know, fate take over. You have to kind of let, you know, maybe, you know, some kind of ether out there that pretty much just says, you know what, Aries, sometimes you just have to be a passenger in this situation and just let me take over because here you are with a beautiful fulfillment situation, even though it may not seem like it. It's like, you know, a lot of humans, they kind of, you know, take a lot of, you know, well, yeah, a lot of, you know, positivities in their lives for granted in the sense where they think, oh my goodness, I have to do all of this work. There's somebody out there that's willing to actually want to have that job. If you feel like that, okay, well, nothing is good enough. I'm not saying that you are thinking this, but I know that sometimes the human that I've lived with, you know, for all this time and stuff like that, sometimes have these moments of thinking, if only, and I think, oh, come on, you know, stop being so dramatic, you know, it's like, you know, you're with a vampire, okay, you know, I didn't choose to be like this. But sometimes, you know, it's like if you take something for granted, the thing is, you know, sometimes, you know, it's like you also have to remind yourself why you're in a situation like that. What kind of positivity can you give yourself in a situation to know that you're actually getting some kind of fulfillment of some kind, even though you may not, it may not seem like it with the Judgment reverse. I was almost going to turn around, but I'm not allowed to. But, you know, sometimes it's good to actually remind yourself to say, you know what, I'm actually in a beautiful home, I got a beautiful family, got some nice pets, I got a good career, stuff like that. You know, sometimes it's always good to remind yourself, but I know how wonderful and rational you guys are regarding the situation in any way. So despite the star reverse, you know what you get? You get lovers. Wonderful. It could be love, you know, maybe some with a Gemini. You know, I know that there's Taurus, Gemini, you know, couples out in this world. Very beautiful. Well, the thing is maybe this could also be a major turnaround for you as well. You know, if you really just think your current situation is really, you know, miserable in any way, the thing is okay, you don't, you know, get a star wish fulfillment, but you are presented with options. And that's what I like to see is, you know, it's like, okay, sometimes, you know, it's like, you know, maybe this could also be your turnaround, your conscience, your mind, you know, your senses are pretty much saying, okay, well, Taurus, what do we want to, what do we want to achieve in this situation? And the thing is you do get options of some kind, even though it's not, you know, your birthday wish of some kind where you're just saying, I want to have a new car, a new house, I want to have this or that, whatever it may be, but you are presented with alternative options and stuff like that. Love it. So sometimes, you know, it's not, you know, it's good to have these moments, you know. Well, first always remind yourself, you know, not to really take anything for granted, you know. It's like, even for me, hypothetically, you know, it's like, you know, sometimes I always, you know, will just think, oh my goodness, if only I was human again. Okay, sorry, Gabriella, that's not possible to become human again. But what can you know, take in a situation for being, you know, despite being a monster vampire in this world, you know, but what are you incredibly grateful for? And then sometimes, you know, all of these, you know, situations come to mind thinking, okay, you know, I do have eternal youth and stuff like that on my side. And, you know, it's like I do, you know, will have this, you know, sense of power and strength within me. I love my fans, my, you know, my followers, my fledglings in any way. I love, you know, how I'm able to reach you all out there. You know, then sometimes, you know, all of these, you know, moments and ideas, you know, come to part and stuff like that. So, okay, well, in the future, you know, you feel like you got no kind of fulfillment because you get the Nine of Swords. Okay. The thing is, you know, it's like, I'm sensing if this is one of the options of the lovers, you know, that could be contributing to this situation. However, I just think that it's mostly, you know, irrational fears of some kind. It's pretty much just thinking, well, you know, if we want to change course and we want to bring forth this Page of Cups idea child kind of situation, you know, maybe this is you actually talking yourself out of this situation. However, I do love the fact that you're just not going to give up on something. So this could also be a moment where you have to weigh out options of pros and cons of whatever this idea child was. I mean, obviously you were manifesting something with the magician. You were working hard towards something, exhausted beyond belief, which is a really important combination to know because, when you're creating something, you're working hard towards something, but you're just not giving up even though you just think, oh my goodness, I'm just so tired. Well, the thing is in current times you get the Nine of Skulls, the Nine of Grails, and options and stuff like that. And so this could sometimes, be, the irrational fears that come to place to think, well, is it all actually, realistic and stuff like that? Sometimes, you face with all of these uncertainties of actually, questioning yourself and debating with yourself and saying, is this actually a realistic goal? And sometimes, all of this negativity of nightmares and stuff like that can, suddenly, start washing over and, thinking, well, actually, it doesn't seem like it's a really good idea, or maybe I should actually stop what I'm doing and stuff like that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, the thing is, it's good to have these moments, but it's also important to also keep yourself motivated and to also ground yourself with reasons of saying why you were actually manifesting something in the first place. Page of Cups, the Moon. Ooh. So this, kind of idea child kind of situation is pretty much going to be taking you down towards this new journey of some kind. And this is also you reminding yourself of saying, we're not going to give up. Wonderful, beautiful, and amazing for all of my beautiful Tauruses, man, woman in this world. Because the thing is, I see you actually embarking on this new journey, because normally in the other tarot deck you see this tiny little squiggly path and this big moon shining. It's light down on this path of saying, okay, if you go down this course of action, this quest, this journey, whatever it may be, it's kind of like a bit of a 50-50 chance. It's not really the Fool card, but it's mostly of thinking, okay, in order for this idea child to take place, we're going to have to change course. And that's what I like to see is, sometimes, it's like, and this could also be, the fears of thinking, okay, that means I'm going to have to change things. Maybe, any kind of changes can always cause one to feel a bit of uncertain and, always, fears of the unknown and stuff like that. But despite the Six of Swords reversed, you do get the Five of Grails. So I'm not allowed to show Five of Grails for you. So the thing is, maybe, it's like, maybe, it's like, you should actually, stick to current times, even though, I would really, think hard about this, lovers, this options, this kind of crossroads kind of situation. And I would definitely be weighing out any kind of pros and cons. Because the thing is, I'm kind of worried, it's like, and that the fact that you aren't giving up on something, but it is going to lead you down towards, depression and disparity with the Five of Cups, where you're going to probably lose something, but, it's like, yeah, this is actually a decision that you might want to look into a bit more, and that's what and since this is still in current times, so towards the end of current times, this is actually a very important moment to be considering, because, maybe this is already kind of like, flashing warning lights of thinking, okay, Taurus, you might not want to keep moving forward with it, and should you keep moving forward with this idea, it's just going to end up, causing you to feel, incredibly unhappy in the future. So, yeah, I would just really, think hard. It's like, okay, you're not getting a wish fulfillment, and maybe that's what the Page of Pentacles in the future is kind of, telling you to do, is to say, don't give up on your wish fulfillment, Taurus. Okay, whatever works out for you. Of course, hopefully, this wish fulfillment will be upright where everything works out. However, it's like, also be, be careful of what you actually want to wish for, because I'm worried if there's any kind of, situation that could be leading down towards, not wanting to give up on this wish fulfillment, but it could also end up in some kind of negativity as well. Wow, intense. Special vampire card. Justice. Ooh. Yeah, I do see some kind of justice, some kind of balance, stability, and stuff like that. But what I see here is I'm not sure if justice has anything to do with the Star Wish fulfillment, but should it be, I would always look in and really good, always, we'll read the fine print, always, we'll and maybe reach out to other humans, for some kind of guidance or support of some kind. But I do see some kind of stability for you in the future. So the thing is, it would actually be a really good time just to be looking into these options and stuff like that, and make sure, and if there's any kind of like, gut instinct or any kind of senses that's pretty much just telling you, well, actually, this is a really bad idea. The thing is okay, it's good to be fixed like you are and determined, just like Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. But sometimes, it's like, yeah, you do have to be careful for what you wish for, because it really might come true. And I'm just kind of worried it might end up in a Five of Cups situation. But however, maybe, it's like, as long as you weigh out the pros and cons of something, you will definitely, be in a very good, stable, and grounded situation as you are. Okay, what does the Oracle have for my Taurus? My beautiful Taurus. Eternal youth, energy, newness, and vitality. Okay, I do see energy, newness, and vitality. I mean, we are soon going to be in your birthday season, so out with the previous Taurus and towards the new age Taurus. So actually, right now would be a good time to be, looking into your future goals on what you want to accomplish and deal with. I do see that you do have this new energy within you. I do see newness and vitality. And the thing is, it's like, whatever may, will contribute and stuff like that to this beautiful energy and newness and stuff like that. Well, you want to make sure, that's a real, rational and grounded, situation and not just thinking, okay, we're just going to try something. I mean, it could also be, all of this, negativity of the Nine of Swords and even Five of Cups could be irrational fears about the future. So maybe, it's like, sometimes, it's like there's no, right or wrong path to choose and stuff like that. And always, do a lot of self-forgiveness for yourself in any way. But I do see this newness and vitality for you because, it's like, I think, everything is just going to work out for my beloved Taurus no matter what. Okay. I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers. Please feel free to pause this video and think about the questions you want answered, because that, for number 1, you get no with the Ten of Swords. Yes with the Ten of Wands reversed. And no with the Three of Wands reversed. Okay. Well, my beloved Taurus, I'm going to have to leave it at this, but if this reading resonated, please feel free to join and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going to go back to love ring, so I'm going to go back and forth between general and love for now, but I just want to say how much I love you guys incredibly, and thank you so much for your love and devotion towards my channel.